Awareness between 12 and 24 weeks. Each of these skills morph in all of the 5 phases of pregnancy. Between conception and 12 weeks, your awareness gets pushed into hyperdrive because the changes that occur in a woman's body is so extensive. It's just almost one moment to the next sometimes, and 1 hour and 1 day. It's exhausting. But the awareness is something that you need to grow and your baby's mother needs to grow. Between 12 and 24 weeks, just like patience, the awareness sort of softens out. You can focus more on the growth of the uterus, which means that your baby's growing. As we mentioned earlier, when you can start to feel the top of the uterus, the fundus, it's exciting and it's okay to touch. You touch at a level that your baby's mother's comfortable with. A lot of men are frightened to touch pregnant women's bodies when it comes to feeling them as mothers-to-be rather than sexual. Part of the awareness of this period particularly is to begin to make a change in how you view your baby's mother. There are 2 parts of you as a human being who's a man. One is that sexual part. You're now becoming a father, which means you need to change part of you into helping her do this pregnancy, prepare for the birth that's coming, participate as a helper who can help her stay in control and cope with the birthing process, no matter how that unfolds, and how to help and be a father with your newborn. And as your newborn changes into being a baby, and then a toddler, and then an older child. So there's a part of you as a human being and as a man that has to develop this other set of skills. And touching the top of the fundus is not the sexual part, it's the father-to-be part. And that's where you have to learn to touch differently. When you get to 24 weeks to 36 weeks phase of pregnancy and begin to prepare her body for birth, then touch has to be very clear, very specific. And if you take our courses, then you'll learn exactly the how to do this. The awareness between 12 and 24 weeks is that you start to be aware of how the uterus begins to grow. Basically, at 24 weeks, your baby is not viable. However, your baby is fully formed at that point. And even though you can't really feel its parts, when you Google a 24-week pregnancy compared to a 12-week pregnancy, there is a huge difference. So this is where your awareness settles down.